Oh, hello. My partner left this morning at 8:30 to take my 2 children to school, and the dog went with her. I was getting concerned because she hadn't returned home by 9:30, and then the school's just rung me to say that they've just found the dog. Somebody's found the dog, and my partner's put her phone down on a bench and the dog lead, and she's nowhere to be seen.
Are you comfortable, Paul?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you actually just start by just telling me who you are?
I'm Paul, Nicky's partner. We were together 11 years. Nicky would usually get back after taking the girls and walking Willow around about 10 o'clock. When it got to about 10:30, the school rang to say that somebody had found Willow by the bench and Nicky's phone, and they can't find Nicky anywhere.
That Friday, I was just sat at my desk and I got a phone call from Paul, and he was panicky and frantic, and he was like, something's happened, something strange has happened.
We got a phone call, didn't we, from Louise to say Nicky's missing.
We drove over as quick as we could to Paul's, and I said, I've got to go to St Michael's, I've got to try and find help.
On the day that I took over the case, I went to meet the family. Very quickly, I was able to build up a tight timescale of Nicky's movements and the witnesses' movements.
We've got a woman disappears next to a river at the top of a steep bank. The biggest thing was the dog, Willow. She was off the lead. There was nothing to keep her in that location physically, but she wouldn't leave the area between the bench and the water.
It was a Friday afternoon, a week to the day that Nicky had gone missing, and Becky Smith come to the house. I can remember us all just being in the lounge together, and Becky said that they believed that Nicky had fallen in the river.
It's possible, as the dog was loose and off the lead, that there may have been an issue with the dog that led her to go near to the water's edge. She puts the phone down to go and deal with the dog momentarily, and Nicola may have fallen in.
The only thing we have at the minute is that she isn't in there. So in my head, we were going to find her.
Ultimately, I couldn't give them the answers that they wanted to hear, and they were absolutely focused on, no, she's not gone in the river.
There were friends talking to the media on a daily basis and pushing it. It meant that they had to keep searching and they had to keep that pressure on and they had to keep going with it. And then, of course, you know, anything gets out on mainstream media goes on social media.
I don't understand how she can go missing. It doesn't add up.
The first time I was aware that Nicola was missing,
I really hope that woman is okay.
I was kind of drawn to it.
So when making a TikTok, when done right, it can absolutely spread the word. There's 2 billion users worldwide.
You can just see people's minds ticking over, like, what is going on here? None of this is making sense at all.
Everyone wanted to know, where has she gone?
My name is Gisela Kay, and today we continue to look at the case of Nicola Bulley. We have this community called the Grizzlies, and most of the public were more into the abduction theory than anything else. I wonder if abduction is a possibility.
People were questioning the effectiveness of the investigation, of the search.
It just went like that overnight. It went from Nicky's gone missing, she might have run away, to husband's killed her.
Oh, there's some nasty people out there that just conjure up rubbish.
I was on my phone and me and Mum were at Paul's, and I just had a message come up from a lady referring to a video of me dancing during lockdown. And I was dancing with the dogs and Steve, and we just had a barbecue, the 2 of us. And she sent me a message saying, wow, they say life goes on, but dancing around your kitchen like that already. And I was like, what the hell?
You've got reality going on, but they're watching it like a soap opera. Even some well-meaning people, they just revel in drama. I was getting direct messages from people that I've never met. They don't know me, they don't know us, they don't know Nikki, they know nothing about us. Just messages like, you bastard, we know what you did. The focus is finding Nikki, that's all that we want to do. I got a call from one of Nikki's friends to say there was a lot of activity going on, that there's a couple of people that look quite traumatised.
I knew at that point that it must be Nikki.
At the riverbank, I could see the divers in the river with what I now know is Nikki. But I needed to make sure as well that she had privacy. So we put a tent up, and I sat with Nikki in that tent for quite a long time.
I'll never forget Dad coming into the kitchen, just like completely breaking down, and Paul being out in the garden, just in a complete state.
Mummy's died.
You heard him.
I'll never forget the cries. I'll never forget the cries.
It doesn't always have to be something sinister linked to something that happens. Sometimes bad things just happen.
Just wish it hadn't happened to us. We're just a normal family. Just had a really tough time.
Hello, good afternoon. I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday. I just wanted to pop on and do a little video. So if I turn the video around now so I can show you.
It makes your skin crawl. What would Nikki think of all this? I mean, bless her, she'd be mortified of what's happened and how it's all come about, and you know, and it's horrible to think that social media, when you experience something like this, you realise what a huge monster it can be, I guess.